All right, here we are. Here we are, Elite Dangerous Daily, which time is soon probably coming to a close. The way it seems, yesterday I got really excited about GTA 6, and I really liked GTA 6. But there's a lot to talk about today. I just watched Ricardo. I just watched Ricardo. And either he doesn't know how to play anymore, or he's just trying to demonstrate the SR whatever the Rhino. But he went on Ice World and started mining water. Okay, what's wrong with that picture? You know what people want to know, what all of us want to know is if we can mine engineering minerals, right? Stuff we need for engineering. Everyone wants to know that. Is this replaced? So we stop going to brain trees. Okay, now here's my point. There's a lot of pictures with volcanic sites, right? Geological sites. And there's rocky worlds, heavy metal content worlds, etc., etc. All these places where they have geological sites. Nobody, I don't know if the other partners went there, but if you guys are listening, if the partners are listening, go to a geological site and see if you can actually spot sites you can mine. Like, for instance, you can mine minerals that we need for engineering. Otherwise, it makes no sense. And this makes no sense. The amount of materials that you're getting from the Rhino is nothing. It's not. It's really small. There's no. You're not getting much out of that material. Like, what is it? 9 tons out of one of those, 10 tons out of one of those extractors. So what's the sense of doing it? You know, what's the sense of doing it? And I know, it's just gameplay. You're just doing it for the sake of it. Yeah, but you're mining to make money, not mining just to have fun. I mean, you'll do that once and twice and then say, oh, fuck this. I'm not making enough. Okay? So the point that I'm saying to you is, what's the sense of having this Rhino? Okay? And, you know, I'm not a partner yet. They haven't actually made me a partner. So I don't know. Really, to tell you the truth, I would do a lot more testing with it, a lot more locations, right? Is the maximum amount of mining laser mines? Is the maximum amount 6? Can you do more than 6? We don't know, because nobody tests that out. They're just playing around with, for show, so they can stay in the partner program. You know, but so far, I watched Ricardo. I was hoping to see more, but he didn't do anything. And it's not about what colors and skins and all that crap. I would have just avoided all that and gone to a planet and just tried to do what's needed to be done. Bro, Sab, and Psykid streaming now. Yeah, Psykid, I didn't even want to talk about. Her voice makes me, gives me the willies. Bro, Sab? Let me see. Where is he? Let's see. But I know you said, Phaser Rodak, I know you said that they didn't find anything to mine, right? The burr pit. Right. They didn't. I know that. I know his name, but I'm looking for his stream. They didn't find anything because I don't think they went to a site where you would find actual minerals, right? So I don't know. And brother Sabbaticus, I have Sabias or Sabbaticus? Yeah, because the thing is, Phaser Rodak, right? You want to make sure you test everything out. Like, I would do the geyser sites, right? I would do the Braintree sites. I would do the lava sites. See what can be mined in all the specific areas. Then hit up the different planets: icy world, rocky icy bodies, rocky bodies, heavy metal content world, and see what you can mine there and the percentage you can mine there. The thing is, if you can't, if you, it would take forever to, like, for instance, Ricardo made a comment: if you're mining tritium on a planet, it would take forever to load up your fleet carrier. So what exactly would we be using this for? And then they got the extra 2 seats, which I said originally this was supposed to be like a tank. Like the original concept was supposed to be like a tank, like an assault vehicle, like you go into combat, right? So you would take this into a settlement and you would go and fight. But they made it into a mining whatever. But I right now, based on Ricardo's video, I didn't see a purpose for it. You know what I mean? It's just I didn't see anything useful. I can't find Brother Sabaticus, whatever his name is. I can't find his stream. I can probably overlay his stream into our yeah, I don't know. I gotta look at everybody's video. I want to see if I see something different. Oh, he's on Twitch, no wonder. I want to see if there's something different, right? But I don't see the usefulness of it, especially when you're not getting anything back, right? You're not getting anything back. I'll watch this guy later. Anyway, because I want to do the third day, right? We were going on where do you get materials, and I've already done one set in another system. I was doing undermining, but it didn't give me enough in that system. It didn't give me enough merits. So let me see now. I want to sell off, but the thing of the matter is, I need to actually do those quests that the power wants you to do, so I can actually level. Because as you grow in level, you can actually... Okay, this is better. I'm getting 50 million. Okay. And then I'm selling. Let's see how much I get in merits. 18,756. Not too good, man. 756. Not too good. I'm used to a lot more. Right? I'm used to a lot more. So where am I right now? I am undermining in the system CPD 28332, which is who is in control here? Li Young Ri is in control. And basically what I'm doing is just mining for merits. I'm getting 15% merits reward from Grom. Alright, so I am getting that, but the actual ship I'm using is small. It's small, 250 tons, 256 tons. So I'm not carrying 368 like my other other account. So this is basically brand new account trying to build merits, so, and make a point about the best location, the best thing to do, actually the best type of gameplay to do to actually get the materials that you need. And one passively, if you go and mine a ring, right, a ring system, passively you are gonna get okay, I gotta go here. You're gonna get a lot of minerals that you need for engineering. So that's what I've been doing, and I do that with all my characters. Now on top of that, you're gonna, with the merits that you get, which I got around 33,000, so that's about right now about 6 care packages or so. So the merits that you get, you're gonna get raw materials also. And of course, if you're doing operations, you're gonna get raw materials there also. So there's loads of places you can get raw materials besides just the brain trees, which we do the other day, right? Okay, besides the brain trees. So, to be honest with you, I'm gonna buy the Rhino and test it out for science. And of course, I'm gonna run some people over with that because that's gonna be a fun thing to do. But I'm gonna test the Rhino out because I want to see the different planets, right? That's not what they did. No one did that. So you're gonna surface mine just an ice world? You want to do all the worlds, right? And you want to do the ones that have geological sites. So if you can, like, probably crisscross over the geological sites, like for instance, the mining locations are on geological sites, then there should be possibility to get materials, right? So that's what we want to find out. If we cannot get materials from this effort, and all we can do is mine commodities, the question is it worth it? You know what I mean? Is it worth it? That's the question. I mean, that's a good question. Is this going to be worth it? Now, I want to say, this is a theory. There is a bug in the game that if you have 2 overlapping hotspots, no matter what they are, that the hotspots, they both complement each other. So there's going to be plenty of mineable things in that area. So this one, if you notice, I got a painite and I got a platinum. Now I've done a lot of mining for merits, so I'm gonna tell you that I've noticed this anomaly. Like for instance, this one is on the edge of this. So this monocyte is gonna get a boost from this ring, from the B ring. But that's what I believe. Now this may be stupid, but it's all about, game mechanics and how they design it, and they're in proximity with one another, so there's a collision, and the software is not gonna differentiate between painite and platinum. It's just gonna boost both of them. So that's what I believe. So you just go in between, and I've got, the last time I didn't even move. I just stayed within, like, a few things, a few kilometers of where I landed, and got what I needed. Okay, where is the hot spot? I'm gonna go to platinum. So I'm just gonna lock it in. So this is the best place to actually get everything. So you're gonna get materials. And I've even gotten selenium, by the way. So if those guys looking for selenium, I got selenium in a platinum rich hotspot. So I got selenium. I got vanadium. I got a lot of things, even chromium. So I would say that I gotta be careful. These guys are okay. Okay, they're not. They're just mining. I would say that this is the best place to actually get materials. The second thing is the care packages. So, really, is it worth doing, dude? I don't know. My connection was flawless, and then OBS just happens to crash. What a wonderful system. So, what's the point? What you want to find in this game, because there's a lot of gameplay. There's a lot of ways of doing something. You can also do it through missions, right? Getting materials. You can also do it through missions. So the point is, find the way you want to do it, or find an easy button, and then that's it. But the sad thing is that once that easy button's found, no one's going to go to Braintrees anymore, just like no one went to geological sites. And I think that's why we saw the SRV, that's why we saw the Rhino, okay? We saw the Rhino at volcanic sites. We saw the Rhino, all the pictures of the Rhino, you just look at the pictures, they're all on volcanic sites, the geological sites. And that's where you find minerals for engineering. So it would make sense to find it there, and you get 10, let's say 10 tons or 10 whatever of those minerals. Okay, and then once you collect them, you got like 30 whatever, just like you do in space with manufacturing products. So it makes sense that's there, that you can do that. But so far, no one's actually figured that out. And the partner program is full of people that don't play the game. You know? Aswolf is the one I'm waiting for. Usually Aswolf does he's pretty analytical about it. If you guys know, check him out. I think it's AS. I don't know how to spell it. Aswolf. He does a pretty good in-depth analysis of every vehicle that comes out. I trust his opinion 100%. And everyone else, not really. Okay, it's not about how pretty it looks or the paint job. It's about the usefulness of it, the gameplay of it. If we don't have gameplay, then why bother buying it? Why bother even putting in our ships? Now, the one good thing that I noticed out of the videos is that you can put the Rhino in the T11 prospector, right? And they do have a ship kit, FYI. They do have a ship kit that looks like an exploration. It's an exploration ship kit. It has a disc, right? It has a disc. It has like a huge antenna on one side. So you can pretty much design the T11 like an exploration ship too. So you can do mining rings, and you can do mining surfaces. But yeah, right now I didn't see anybody doing all the locations. I don't know if Sabathias, if Brother Sabathias is gonna do what I want to do. What I want to do is check out all the different planet types. You know, check out all the different planet types. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. But I don't know if he's gonna do that. You know, I don't know if he's gonna do that. Hopefully he is. Usually good players can figure stuff out like that. Good players will say, okay, let's do this way. But you got to go to locations where you're gonna find the engineering materials. You know, like even Braintree areas. The best location would probably be a Braintree area that's overlapping with a geological site. That would be, and I actually went on the planet like that the other day. That's probably a great location where, if they actually lay down the mineral thing, I could just put it there and the extractor laser mining and just extract what I want from there. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's just see if somebody can figure this out. But if there are partners listening, you gotta hit up the worlds at their geological sites, man. Just like the pictures. You see the volcanic sites, the geysers, whatever, go there. Those are the locations you want to go. You know, because that's what the pictures are for. You know, they're kind of giving us a clue where to go. Not ice worlds to mine water. You know, that makes no sense. So try the geological site places. Rocky Bodies, I think, probably be a good place. And then high metal content worlds, probably another good location with geological sites. With geological sites. So that would be something to figure that out. Now, no one say if you can lay down more than 6. So it looks like you can only put 6 of these things down, and that's it. No more than 6. So you can't have more than 6. I guess on a I guess per rhino. You can't deploy more than 6 laser mining things, which kind of it's kind of a buzzkill, because if you think about it, if you can do 10 of those, 20 of those, and put in different locations, then extracting 7 to 9 tons, or I don't even know how much you can extract, 5 to 10 tons, then that doesn't matter, because you just deployed 20 of those laser mining things. So we don't know. I really don't know at this point. For science. So that's what I'm going to purchase the Rhino for on Wednesday. Right? They said Wednesday. So we'll see. But they really need to do a little bit of a review of the partner program. Like everything becomes obsolete. Because if people are not playing, there are people not playing anymore. And they're a partner program. And I cannot get into the partner program because I'm honest. Okay, yeah, I'm abrasive and I got a big freaking mouth, but you know, I'm from New York. Where you want? But I got a good heart, and I want people to come play Elite. But if you lose me, if you lose my loyalty, I'm sorry about your company, dude. Your company is going to go down the toilet. Because I'm probably the most loyal Elite Dangerous player out there. I'm doing these streams with no benefit to me. I don't even have a partner program. No benefit whatsoever. Right? I have 3,100 or so subscribers. Right? But I'm sure when I start playing GTA 6, I'll have lots more. Lots more. Now, what about GTA 6? I did watch the trailer. I watched a few things about the trailer. And they got same mechanics as Cyberpunk, which I kind of enjoy. I really like Cyberpunk. Only thing I don't like about Cyberpunk is that... Oh, man. That's bad news, Phaser Rodok. That's really bad news. So basically, once you collect the cargo, you have to bring it back to the T11. 24 tons at a time. So it just Right now, I'm just imagining the gameplay. Who made this gameplay? Really, who thought this up? 24 tons. So once you're full, you got to go back to the ship, offload the rhino, then come back down to collect again. Okay. Real good gameplay there. I don't know. Jack, I don't know what to say, man. I really don't. I don't think there's anybody really working things through at Frontier. I feel, and I get a very big impression that the chaos that we see in our game is because there's no leadership. Because 24 tons rhino, and if you can't actually mine materials and you only mine commodities, why would you mine commodities on the surface of a planet when you can do it in you can do it in your T11? Just mine rings, right? So it makes no sense. It really doesn't make any sense. Then they create a new mining system for what purpose? You know, so if you guys have a comment, give me a comment in the chat. If you watched, I've watched only Ricardo's stream, and I wasn't really seeing anything in the gameplay that's worthwhile. That it's like a lower standard of mining, not a higher standard of mining. Like, it's not giving you more, it's actually giving you less. So yeah, if you guys see something different, just say it. You know, post it in chat. Tell me what you think, what you see, if you saw something different. Maybe brothers Sabayas is doing a better job at analyzing the rhino. You know what I mean? And if you could only like deploy 6 laser mines at a time. Now, what if you leave the planet and leave the laser mining on the planet? Okay, what happens? Do they blow up? No one actually did that. Mars would probably do all this. You know, Ghost Giraffe, he'd probably do all this. So I'm hoping Mars could come on and maybe do some videos. But we haven't seen Mars in a while now. I don't know what's going on with him. In any case, looks like you lose the mining rigs if you leave. Oh, that's bad news. So you can only deploy 6, and if you leave, you lose them. We gotta test that out. We gotta make sure. Because it would make sense to just maybe get 6, deploy them, go to another location, deploy another 6, go to another location, deploy another 6, and just return and get those mining rigs. Yeah. Yeah, so that's okay. That's not too cool. That's not too cool. So this might be another bus, man. You know, like dead on arrival. This might be dead on arrival. I really can't see the use of it if you can only deploy 24 tons at a time. Right? Well, you know, Jack, I haven't... You know, I thought the Caspian was a nothing burger. Right? So, let's see. Let me get a hold of it. And once I get a hold of it, I'll tell you straight out. It's good or not. Let me just play around with it completely. I'll be there for hours. My one system has everything. Has rocky bodies, has geological sites, has everything. That one system that I actually colonized, the first one, the first hub. So I gotta do everything, dude. I gotta do everything. Before I put my stamp of dead on arrival on it, I gotta do everything. Because the Caspian was, at first, you couldn't land on planets. Oh, by the way, they fixed the mechanics of it. I don't know if anybody noticed that the Caspian can now land on rough surfaces. Not mountainous areas, but rough surfaces. Without doing damage to itself. So, I guess they did like a stealth fix. Didn't say anything. But I've been, playing around with the Caspian and the Nomad. And I wanted to see if they fixed the problem. So I did it like a hard landing with the Caspian. It seems like it lands okay. You know? It's a large ship, so it's not going to land everywhere. But it did land okay. So it looks like they did like a hard fix without telling us. Without saying, hey, we fixed the problem. A stealth fix, let's say that, not a hard fix. Stealth fix. Okay. Yeah, I gotta see the different planets, dude. I gotta try it out on the different planets. Different geological sites. Then the overlap of geological sites on that one planet that the Antinomy was on had geological sites overlapping with the brain trees. So we gotta try that. Okay. And then see if we can find materials also. I'm going by what the actual photos, because the photos themselves were of volcanic planets, right? Volcanic surfaces. So they're kind of giving you a hint. Go there. Yeah, Digimon. Yeah, he'll do a good job. Yeah, you're right. He will do a good job. So yeah, I'll watch his stream. I want to see it. Definitely. But to talk about GTA 6, I think GTA 6 is going to be a big hit. Believe it or not, even with all the problems it's had lately. It looks like 90% of pre-orders are premium orders. That means $100 the $100 set. The reason they're doing that is because you get a lot more quests. By my understanding, you get a lot more quests. You get, I think, different weapons or something. So they get a little bit more if they buy the premium. So 90% of the purchasers are premium. So I think GTA 6 in November is going to be a pretty overbearing game. I think everybody's going to be streaming it. Everybody's going to be playing it. I'm going to have to figure out how to connect PlayStation to my monitor. I guess I can do that just like a TV, right? Through a HDMI cable. And then this way I can stream it. You know, I got to figure that out. I can stream it. So but I want to try the game out. It looked very interesting. It looked very, very interesting, and it's got the feel of Cyberpunk, which, by the way, Cyberpunk is gonna go full Unreal Engine, man. They're actually, this is why I love Unreal Engine. They're making so many different options to it to make it better. So they're dumping the Red Engine, Cyberpunk is dumping the red engine, and they're gonna have 2 cities you can play in. 2 cities you can play in. I wonder if this one's gonna be open world. I really don't like RPG crap. I really don't like RPG. I mean, I know other people like they like the storyline. They want to get a storyline. I just like open world. I like to go and do missions and quests in open world and just be my own thing. But I'm excited about that one. I don't know when Cyberpunk 2 is going to come out. But GTA 6 looks like that a little bit, so I might play that a little bit. You know? But God help Elite Dangerous once they lose my loyalty. Because when I walk away from something, it usually means the death of that thing. Okay, and I'm not saying I'm a special person, but when you have someone who like me love something so much, right? And then I walk away from it, that means that love is gone. The love is gone. So I don't want to lose the love for this game, but they're trying their very best to just push even people like me away from it. And the only reason I'm streaming is to bring new players to Elite. That was the reason I started streaming last summer. I saw people stop, like Ricardo and others. Meccan's gone, Ricardo's gone. Furion, from Vortex, he doesn't stream anymore. He does a podcast. He talks about the game. So there's not many people streaming anymore, right? You've got a new bunch of people streaming, but I don't know how long that would last. Who knows? Until a new game comes out, they start streaming that game. The one game that I'm really excited about also is Light No Fire. I don't know if you heard about that, Jack. Light No Fire. The No Man's Sky game. But I don't know when that's coming out. I really don't. And I'm curious to see what the patch for Cosmos is. What is the patch? What is the new... What is that going to be? You know what I'm saying? What new things are they going to add to the game? Cosmos. You see, if you notice in the upper right hand corner in the info section, it says that I collected some phosphorus. Right? So if you actually look down to contacts, you notice there are materials to be collected: chromium and manganese. And these are 3 each. These are 3 each. So once it goes into my inventory, it'll be 3 each. And once the inventory is full, then I can actually cross-sell, cross-exchange, and get the other materials that I need. Once I'm full of materials, I'm hunky-dory. Right? So this is an undermining system. I'm getting 15% bonus. So I should have gotten... but I only have 250 tons, and I'm actually... I didn't bring my cargo racks with me. The new ones. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to show you that there's a different... No, I'm not getting... I should have actually... done the small quest so I can start getting care packages right away, and I could show you that the care packages are full of materials. But I'll probably do that tomorrow and do a part 2 to this mining for merits. Because I haven't done mining for merits in a long time. I miss it. I actually like every bit of gameplay that Elite has. Even the first person shooter part. Like in operations. I love the trading that you do. I love the mining. I love the espionage, like the theft. I think I'm going to do some theft. Some theft missions. I'm kind of antsy to do something crazy. And So I love every type of gameplay that Elite has. I really do like it. It just seems disorganized, you know what I mean? And incomplete. Like, half the game is incomplete. So now they added a Rhino. And so the thought is, why add a Rhino when you got half the game incomplete? I mean, I would say the community would be happy if they fixed the bugs in operations. You know? If they can fix the bugs in operations. But I don't think that will ever get fixed, by the way. That's my thought, because you're working with an outdated peer-to-peer system. So that's my thought on that. So everybody that's hoping and that the operations will be fixed, I doubt it'll be fixed. The problem is that more people play, the more connections there are with the other players. So ideally, even a two-man team will cause bug issues, which we did. We had those when I was playing with Jasper. We would have the guys who were like invincible. They would pop up and you couldn't shoot them. You shoot at them and their shields wouldn't go down. They wouldn't die at all. They were phasing in, and it took time for them to actually phase into the instance. So they were immortal. I'm on the road right now, but once I park, me and the squad are rolling deep into the next stream. Add me on Discord. I don't know who you are, dude. But see you. Bye. Alright. So we're streaming on Twitch, we're streaming on Kick, and we're streaming on YouTube. Thank you for showing up and being here. I am Dragster. This is Elite Dangerous Daily. Don't know how long Elite Dangerous Daily will be around. We shall see. But you make a lot of suggestions to FDev, great suggestions that would be like 2 hours of coding. And basically they don't even pay attention. So I am kind of like heartbroken, like with the brain trees, being able to interact with the items that you shoot off the trees. You know, that would be great. And just you don't it doesn't need to be collected by the SRV. You can do it by interacting with the item, just like we did with the eggs. They have the technology, they have the code. It was proven that it works. It didn't hurt the server, it didn't do anything. It was actually fun gameplay. It really was. That was really fun gameplay. You know, and people go to the brain trees and keep doing the brain trees. Now, if my assumption is right and we can collect minerals with the Rhino, we don't know that yet. Alright, then the brain trees are dead, just like the geological sites were for a long time. So we shall see. We shall see. But what's the use of the Rhino if you can only collect 24 tons and only commodities? It makes no sense. You get a better deal by going into a ring and collecting commodities in the ring, in orbit. So, but that's because these guys don't play their own game. That's basically why you're having this problem. You know? And that's what I think. I honestly think that. I really do. So, we shall see. We shall see. Kind of disappointed. Damn, man, what the hell? I'm being bugged out here. No platinum. There we go. So, that's the situation, my friends. That's the situation. You know? We shall see. But my mind changed dramatically with the Caspian, right? I thought it was dead on arrival also when I couldn't land the Caspian on the planet, right? So I had bad feelings about the Caspian too. But then I watched Rain Man's stream and he made the Caspian into a combat ship. And then when I thought about it, why have 3 extra seats in the cockpit if it's not a combat ship, right? If it's, why would it be an explorer, right? Why would it be an explorer with 3 extra seats in the cockpit? So it made no sense. So I played with it as a combat ship and found out that it actually does very well, right? Not as good as the cutter. Not as good as the cutter. The cutter had a better shield, better shielding than this, but 7,000 shield is not bad on the Caspian. And then I put 4 Imperial hammers on it, right? 4 Imperial hammers and 3 Packhound missiles. Now that was fun. So now I'm having fun with it. But then we had a Suntil run, and then I did the Suntil relics. I said, God damn, that's pretty nice. And then I flew it to Colonia, right, in about an hour or so. I said, not bad. So now it had multi-purposes besides just exploration. Now, mind you, exploration, that it is a Caspian Explorer, but the icing on the cake was the Nomad. When the Nomad came out and you were able to use the Nomad with the Caspian, then that's a cool combo. It's a perfect combination, right? So I think the Rhino, what I'm trying to get at, I think the Rhino is going to be the same situation. Do you know what I mean? Maybe we haven't figured out exactly how we're going to use this because they don't exactly come out and say, you can use it this way, you can use it that. They just stay silent. That's FDev for you. They just stay silent and don't say a word. They don't even tell you they fix things. Like I know they fixed the landing gear on the landing on the Caspian because I tested it, right? When I was doing Expressway to Exo Mastery, right? So I know because I tried it. It looks like it's fixed, so they might have done a stealth fix. But they keep silent. They don't tell you, hey, you can use the Rhino this way, you can use the Rhino that way. They just give you the tool and then go and figure out by yourself what it's useful for, right? What you can use it for. That's basically what they say. So, and they don't play the game. They don't play the game. There's nobody you know, at the company that's playing the game, which is sad because it's such a good game. You know what I mean? That makes me sad. It does.
Incoming mission critical message.
Okay, so let's do some mining. Now the reason for platinum mining, for platinum surface mining, is because I want to get merits, right? Not necessarily credits. You can get credits different places, and you can get a lot more than just doing mining. So I'm getting mining. I'm doing mining so I can get the merits, so I can get the care packages, and the care packages are going to have the materials I need. Hello, fellow brother. Guess who's back? Back again. It's your brother from another mother. How are you doing, Drax? I'm doing good, man. Where you been? Are you doing something evil that we should know about? And if you're not, why not? Yeah, we were watching videos. Holiday, brother. Okay, cool. Congratulations. It's good to take a break. My favorite holiday were the Caribbean islands, man. I took a cruise with my wife. It was great. It was just great. I rented a jet ski for like 2 hours. Holy shit, it was great fun. That was awesome fun. You know, I didn't even want to come off of it. The guy kind of chased me down. I actually went towards the reef. I think they got nervous when they saw me going to... I saw the reef. I saw the waves breaking. So I said, okay, I better not go that direction because I'm probably going to die. Water scooter? A jet ski, dude. I think it's called jet ski, right? Water scooter. I guess it's a water scooter. I don't know what you would call it. We just say jet skis in the States. But you don't get on it ride it like a ski. I guess you sit on it like a scooter. So I would say it's a water scooter. Yeah, I didn't stand up on it. I sat down. And I actually went out to I went way out to the reef, man. And the guy got nervous and chased me down. So come back inside, I said, I almost died, dude. And I said, no, I knew. I saw the reef. Don't worry. You know, I saw the reef. If you guys know me long enough, you know I do crazy shit in game. You know, I do the same thing in real life, actually. Yeah, so I went around with this, I guess, water scooter, right? I went around, saw a big, massive sailboat, had the French flag on it, right? And I circled it, so I screamed to the top of my lungs, Vive la France! And everybody on deck was like, yeah! They were all drinking wine. Why would you drink wine when it's, like, sunny outside, you know? That's like, isn't that dangerous? You can get, like, heat stroke from that shit. Anyway, they were drinking wine. Nice, massive sailboat. Good group of people on the deck. And I just circled the damn ship and... Vive la France! And they all screamed, ah! That was great. Good fun. Some good times. Yeah, the water scooters are great, man. But I wouldn't buy one, you know, like when you're only going to use it once or twice a year or whatever, and it's just best to rent. Plus, you're helping the local economy when you rent. Yeah, so we took a cruise and we did the islands, and it was good fun, really good fun. That was like the best holiday I ever had. Hiking in the Sierra Mountains, that was another good vacation. I really like that one. Yeah, so I'm getting materials here. I got carbon now. as an element. So I'm getting a lot of things that I need for engineering. This is all doing it like this is doing it without actually doing it, right? So I'm getting materials without actually wanting to get materials. So raw materials, look, I got rhenium. Look at that. Rhenium? Yeah, rhenium. So raw materials you should never run out of if you do mining once in a while. So that's why merit mining is a good deal to do. It's really cool. For me, it's relaxing. I can put some music on. You know, it's really relaxing. Talk about music. You know what really kicked me in the balls? Because, okay, let me tell you the short story. So I listened to this South African DJ called Nora Ampure. She has her own purified channel, right? So her mixes are pretty good. I like all sorts of music, right? So I like all sorts of kind of music. So I listen to her because she kind of mixes pretty well. She does like 125, 128 beats per minute type of style. And one day it was a listener's choice, and the guy I guess the DJ that made the song is called Elderbrook. Okay, Elderbrook, and the song is called Inner Light. Okay, now I knew this because I love the song. So whoever made that choice and suggested it to Nora, right, to play in the channel, this is going back like 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, and so the song was just utterly phenomenal. It was a really good song. I liked it. I like playing it. What? From Burpit, we've just heard from Frontier that Rhino mining should be giving engineered materials as well as regular commodities, but for some reason they're missing on partner preview server. That's because the partners are mining where they're supposed to, Phaser Rodak. I told you that. You know, that's what I've noticed. They're not mining where they're supposed to. You're not going to get it on an ice world. Do you get materials on an ice world? I don't know. I don't think so, right? So, yeah, maybe that's a glitch. Who knows? But I didn't see them mining where they're supposed to. Right? Which is the geological sites. Okay, I don't want to mine this. It's a painite. Yeah, Ricardo did water. I mean, why are you doing water? And like, I think next door they have like rocky bodies like just 7 light years away. He didn't even try to find a good location. You know? So that's probably why they're not showing in the videos. That's because they don't have me in the partner program. Okay? And if you're listening, FDev, I'm an asshole. I know that. Okay? But I have a good heart and I love Elite. I'm very, 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 very loyal to Elite. I only play one game at a time. Lose me, you lose your best client. Your most loyal client. I'm dead serious. So you need to put me in the partner program so I can actually do real testing. But DGBot is going to do good testing, and so is Aswolf when he comes on. So I don't doubt it. You know, most of the other players don't play Elite. They don't play Elite as much as we play. So okay, so FDev did confirm that we should get engineering materials. That's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. So that's going to kill the brain trees. So I need to reiterate the need for being able to pick up the materials. Seriously. I need to go push it like I did with the cargo racks. Believe it or not, and I'm not patting myself on the back, guys, But I pushed the cargo racks. I pushed for fucking pre-engineered cargo racks. Okay, actually my number was less, 20% increase, not 35 like they do. So they're being generous by doing 35. I said only 20%. And it was like 4 years ago when I did that. Like so we don't completely lose them. Completely lose them is
Asteroid scan complete.
I really do think it's collecting them by hand.
Spectre limpet engaged.
You know, collecting them by hand. But you can't do it at the present time, so oh well. Yeah, Ricardo did water. What a wonderful thing. What did, I don't know, I haven't watched Burp Pit yet. I haven't watched Galnet. I don't know what the other guys did on their other sites. But I don't think anyone's getting the gist of the whole thing. It's the geological sites is what you gotta go after. Geological sites. And that would make sense if I can load up 24, and if it's each one is times 3, so that I end up doing in 1 or 2 runs, I can end up filling up on selenium in less than 5 minutes. You know, and that would be phenomenal. But again, that would kill the brain trees. So you shouldn't create a system that kills another system, right? You should be able to kind of have both of them in conjunction so that people have a choice, right? Because Phase of Redoc, he loves to go out to the brain trees. You know, I would too if I can jump from tree to tree collecting those materials like a monkey. I want to be a monkey jumping from tree to tree, you know? So let me dump some cargo. I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I like them brain trees too, man. They look cool. The pink and when it's sunny outside, the lighting and all that makes it really nice. But what would be cool is if you can interact with the item, press the E key, just like we did with the eggs, and put it in your inventory, bypassing the SRV. You know, don't need to have an SRV at that point. Collecting brain trees. Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's true. That's true. That's absolutely true. So, Burpit does say they heard from Burpit heard from Frontier. That's cool. That's really good. I just don't think they went to the right locations. That's why they didn't get any engineering materials. You know, that's what my thinking is. I hope Aswell figures it out, or Digibot. I think he'll figure it out. The picture's right there. It gives you the hint. Go to the volcanic sites. You know, it's right there. I think the double whammy would be like the places that, like the one that we went to the other day, the Antinomy site had both brain trees and the geological. So the the brain trees were overlapping with the geology. So I think that would be a good place to actually find materials. Yeah. So let's see. We shall see. For science. Now, mind you, I'm going to make it pretty. I did see one of them. I really like the yellow. You know how I love the yellow, Jack. I love yellow. So it's got to match the yellow of the actual T11. You know, you got to have both of them look alike. You know, that's what they should do, actually. That's a suggestion. FDev, if you're listening, have like a combo paint job that both the Rhino and the T11 look alike. You know, a combo paint job.
Collector limpet
A
expired.
combo paint job would probably be a great idea.
Programming limpet drone.
What's up, Marks?
Programming limpet drone.
What's up, little buddy?
Limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
We're talking about various things.
Limpet drone.
About
Drone.
Elite Dangerous, about what's coming up on Elite Dangerous.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
GTA 6. That's going to be a big deal, man. It's going to be a big deal. I mean, some people might not like that kind of stuff, but I'm actually interested in the mechanics of it. And then when Cyberpunk 2 comes out, being that it is going to be on the Unreal Engine 5 game engine, I'm interested in seeing that. There's another one that says No Law, another game that's coming out that's going to be on the Unreal Engine, No Law. And by my understanding, Starfield 2 is supposed to be on the Unreal Engine. So Unreal Engine is starting to be a behemoth, man. A lot of games are being built by Unreal Engine. So, but there's ways to trim down all the different things in Unreal Engine so that you don't need a massive computer to actually play it. And that's probably going to be the future of gaming, because now these chip companies are no longer actually thinking about the consumer anymore, and they just want to get AI chips. Even AMD, 90% of their revenue is coming from AI chip sales. 10% only is coming from consumer gaming sales. So the future of gaming computers and all that it might just stale out for a while. I think maybe we reached peak with the 5090. But I have a 32 gig GPU that I bought 2 years ago. It cost me about $2,000 then. So I have a DDR. I bought DDR5 2 years ago. So I have pretty much, I think I have a top of the line computer. I don't need to think about upgrading for a long time based on what I'm seeing. But I really do think that the chip makers, the GPU makers, they're going to be surprised when AI falls flat in its face. And I say that with pure love. I do. But AI, like for instance, right now I'm using Marika AI for music, right? And the AI is not adaptable. It is just not adaptable. It is not learning anything that I like. So when I'm making music, I keep having to keep the same, I keep telling it the same template. It's not learning my style, right? Not learning what I like. So when I even check heart, like I love something, it's not learning from that. The previous music AI I was using, Refusion, got bought out by Google and got destroyed. It was destroyed. That was very adaptive. Literally before the end, before it was plugged, it was pulled, I wouldn't even have to tell it much. I just give it the prompts that I want, the key that I wanted at, the beats per minute that I wanted at, how I wanted the bridge, how I wanted even the I would even tell it the notes, like in the verses. I mean, it would specifically, it would come up with, I wouldn't even need to actually ask for a new song. It would just do it once and the songs came out great. Like for instance, if you go in my videos, I wrote the song Almost Human from that Refusion, right? And what's the other song? There's a few songs that I posted here that actually out from Refusion, but they completely destroyed the AI. The AI was adaptive. It would learn what you want and then change, okay, and then just give you exactly what you want. And Google destroyed it. Literally fucking destroyed it. Completely destroyed it. It was useless. Like when my subscription expired, I said forget it. I'm not gonna renew it anymore. There's no sense. But AI, it's just a tool. It's never gonna have actually. It's not gonna become a sentient being. It's not gonna become alive. It's not gonna do anything. It actually doesn't pose any threat whatsoever. And I don't think it could take away jobs. I think it's gonna add more jobs. Just like the internet did. Just like the telephone did. Just like the television did. Just like the radio did. Any technology doesn't take away jobs. It's going to add jobs. Like, think about all those robots they're going to build, right? They're going to build robots. And they're going to have their own AI engines in their brains. Okay? Well, who's going to repair the robots? When the software corrupts, who's going to repair the software? Okay? How about cleaning them? Who's going to clean them? The owner? No. Never. You're not going to have a freaking owner sit there for hours cleaning them and lubing them and making sure all their connections work and all that stuff. There's going to be services that are going to be created to do all that. That's going to be thousands and thousands of jobs. That's what I believe. There's going to be an economic boom because of AI and robotics. But there's going to be a pause, and people are going to stop building data centers because they're going to realize they don't need an ultra powerful AI. They can do fine with just a limited large learning model. So that's just my thought. That's really my thought on this. But the AMD and NVIDIA, they're just not making the GPUs and the chips and anything like that for us anymore. So I think we reached peak consumer computer gaming. So all the software companies that are creating games now, they're going to have to tone down the amount of tech they're going to put into a game. You know? And I think Unreal Engine is working on that, where they actually using less computer power than the actual more, and keeping the same graphics and complexity the game has. So we'll see what happens. Man. I'm kind of excited. You know, and I'm gonna laugh my balls off when AI falls flat in its face. And then people are gonna say, oh, it's just like Snap-on tools. It's just like my jack on my car. Oh, it's just like a car. It's a tool. It's not real. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. Running my mouth now because, you know, nothing else to do. right? So thank you, Burpit, for giving us that information from FDev. I figured that's the problem, but I don't think you guys went to the right locations. That's why there was no materials.
Programming limpet drone.
Yeah.
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan.
Now, I don't usually run with a shield,
Failed.
but I know I'm undermining. So I'm usually hitting systems that they're considered hostile. If you notice, it says hostile.
Prospector
So
limpet engaged.
I gotta run with a shield. So
Asteroid scan complete.
if they try to whack me, kill me, I can actually maybe get away, even though they're warped.
Programming limpet drone.
So having shields might be a good thing, right? Because I don't usually run with shields. On transport ships and on mining ships, I don't run with shields at all.
Prospector
No
limpet
need.
engaged.
My Panther Clippers, I've
Asteroid
engineered to 420 boost. Then that can outrun any pirates.
scan. Limpet drone.
Any pirate. So
Prospector limpet engaged.
I'm not getting anything here. What's going on? I did so well before. You guys weren't
Asteroid scan complete.
wasn't streaming yet, but
Collector limpet expired.
I got some good stuff. Let's see what this is. If it's a pop rock, I'll pop it.
Collector
So you guys can see how I do that.
programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged.
Oh, that's strange. Anyway, I have something I can use, right?
Programming limpet drone. 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 Programming limpet
That's 6,
drone.
7,
Limpet drone.
8,
Programming limpet drone.
9,
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet
10.
failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
What's my inventory like? 238. Oh. Chromium.
Asteroid completed.
So here's my list of materials: nickel, iron, sulfur, phosphorus. So these are all the materials for raw materials that you need to actually do engineering, right? So you can find it here. You can find it in the care packages that they give you through PowerPlay. You can find it in operations. So there's bountiful areas. There's plenty of areas that you can actually get materials from. You don't have to actually do brain trees. Now, I did the brain trees so I can kind of give you an idea of the like an outdated gameplay. I'm not going to use mediocre or stupid or anything like that anymore. I'm just going to say outdated. I think they can find new ways of mining those brain trees. Now they don't have to change the brain tree or the structures or anything else except add an E key to the materials so we can interact and pick up the actual materials. I think that would eliminate, that would actually create gameplay, because I would love to have marauders land there and try to kill me, because they might want to steal my ship or something, right? So you can create gameplay with just the E key. You can create a bunch of gameplay, right? Or you can do red versus blue team, or you can do you can play in open, and I'm sure there's going to be playing commanders that are going to try to kill you if you try to collect from those brain trees. So there's things to do. But I keep pushing it, and it doesn't seem like they're paying attention. Okay, so I got 3. Okay, it's 1, nothing. 2, nothing. I'm out of ammo. Shit. Okay, I'm out of ammo and 247. So what do you do in this situation? You need iron and nickel. Iron and nickel. Okay. And you go to your cargo racks. Resupply. You need iron and nickel. And I got 300 currently, right? So I'm pretty full. So I can get 4 new limpets if I just press that. So having actually materials is good too if you're actually mining, because if you run out of limpets, there you go. I got 4 limpets, you know, from iron and nickel. So I synthesized 4 new limpets. So now I can keep prospecting a little bit, trying to fill up. So that's why having materials are important, especially iron, nickel for limpets, right? And then some other materials you can use to synthesize missiles or ammo. For instance, if you have pacifiers, you can synthesize ammo, and actually you can synthesize better ammo if you have higher ranged materials. So you can get a bonus on your attack bonus, like on your ammo. Believe it or not, you get a 30% bonus on it. There's a platinum. That's good. So materials are important to have in game. They're actually most important thing that you need in the game of materials, right? So you need materials. So that's why sometimes you should do power play and do merit mining, so you can get care packages, or you know, in operations, doing operations once in a while, so they can give you the raw materials and the other things. Actually, they give you other horizon materials that you might need. So materials are a valuable asset in the game, very valuable, because it helps you with your game. So alright, there you go. I'm just got some sulfur. Okay, almost full. full.
Programming limpet drone. Prospect to limpet failed. Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Okay, so we don't need to do the last one. We're pretty full now. Okay, our refinery's full. Our cargo's full. So now let's go sell. If you don't know what I'm using meritminer.cc, and you can find locations where you can go and mine. And I'm mining platinum.
Limpet drone error.
But you can do monazite, you can do all sorts of types of mining, and they'll tell you where you can go for those types of things. I like laser mining. I like, you know, the surface mining thing.
Cannot comply. Cannot comply.
Ah,
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
hello viewers on Kick, hello viewers on Twitch, and hello viewers on YouTube. Thank you for joining me on the stream. I'm trying to show a best possible way of getting materials. So now I need to go to a station and sell it. We're gonna go to a Lebedev system, Lebedev station. All right. Now we get merits also for the money that we're actually gonna get. We're gonna get like a 15% bonus, right? So we get merits and we get credits. Now tomorrow I'm gonna work on the other small quest that you need to do to get activated in the power play, and then this way I can kind of show off those care packages. I'm selling Plat Viking Racer. I'm going to be selling platinum in the Lebedev hub here. And then, because I did some laser mining. So I'm doing power play undermining, which the system is Li Yang Ri. And the way you undermine is you mine in that system and sell it at the station in that system for whatever price they have it at. And so you are undermining, and then Grom, which I'm under, gives me a 15% bonus on that. I need to find somewhere in the bubble to sell biosamples. Are you a new player? Have you unlocked Marco Quent? That's my second question. Because then I would tell you where to go. If you want to do power play, that's something different. Then I would need to know who you are under, what power you serve. All right, that's fine. Okay, so the question was, did you unlock Marco Quint? Did you unlock Marco Quint? Because then I would tell you to go to a Ceres Corporation station, like for instance in Procyon. Procyon or Procyon? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. So you have not unlocked marker requirements. You haven't done any engineering.
Docking request denied.
You haven't done any engineering. Okay. I can give you a dozen suggestions, but I don't know which one would be better for you. Like Liang Ri actually gives you a lot of bonus on exploration data. This guy that I'm actually fighting against right now. So he actually gives you a bonus on exploration data. Okay? So if you pledge to him. But if you've done don't listen to Voiceless. Okay? Don't listen to Voiceless. If you've done exploration on top of exobiology, then you can go to a Ceres Corporation station and sell your exploration data there so you can unlock the Ceres system. The Ceres system. Okay? And then go to Liang Ri and sell your exobiology stuff, and he'll give you extra bonus on that. Okay? That's what I would do based on what you're telling me. Alright?
Docking request granted.
Based on what you're telling me, that's what I would do. But it's up to you. You decide. It's your game. But Nakado Kane is not a good place to go. Like, nobody actually joins Nakado Kane. I think she only has 3 followers.
Landing gear deployed.
I've been running cargo too. Okay.
Docking successful.
Yeah, having a power is a good thing too. You know, you need to have a power, because getting the getting level 100, you have all those modules unlocked, and there's some really good weapons. There's the prismatic shields for shielding, pacifier, frag cannon. Shoots 3 at a time, but if you do double shot, it shoots 6 at a time. Okay? Then there's the Imperial Hammers, which I personally love, but Pack Hound missiles, which I personally love. So there's a lot. Being a part of a power is crucial, and it gives you some very good modules. Okay, so we're at the commodities market, right? And we're gonna sell what we actually just mined. Okay, 50 million, not bad. And we are gonna get.
Incoming message.
Okay, we got promoted. 20,143, not bad. So we even got more. But I'm not gonna get any care packages. Why? Because I have not completed the 6, and I'll show you in a second. In Power Play, I have not completed the 5 weekly assignments, which I need to complete in order to advance Power Play, right? And then get care packages. But I got 53,945 merits already done, right? So that's not bad. Okay, so I'm probably going to do that tomorrow before the stream, and maybe do a part 2. Okay, good job. That's a good thing. Unlocking elite in trading is good. That's very good. But probably more than anything is unlocking level 100 as a power would be even better, because you got some really good modules you can use in game. So, guys, I'm gonna sign off here right now. I've had a good time uh, talking to you guys. I kept my cool. That's important. I haven't flipped out. I'm happy we got news from FDev saying that we can actually mine materials also. That's tomorrow. I'll probably do another mining for merits and show you guys how many merits you actually get, right? Because I mean how many items you get in a care package, because I've been bragging about it, right? And then after that, we'll see. '07 guys, thank you for being here. Love you all. Fly dangerous, but stay frosty.